Oh, here we go, baby.
There it is.
We
There
are
it is.
live.
Oh, there it is.
Oh man, what do you think of this? I call this the meme stream starting soon screen.
I love it. It's just
Oh,
all
man.
over the place.
I know, it's so narcissistic, but it makes me laugh every time I see it. Like, I don't know, it brings joy to my life. Oh man.
And if there's a way to like shake your head at a different shake rate than the thing,
I might end up doing that in the future. I'm gonna let the peeps at the Discord know. All right. I think that means
Great.
we are good to go.
Let's do it. Yeah.
Now, Cranium, you can't hear this right now, but I'm playing the intro music for all the for the masses. So
Oh,
just
perfect.
bob along like you're hearing something fire. Have you ever wondered what possesses a normal man to make obscene meme videos? On the meme stream, you'll find out. All your wondering will be put to rest as we reveal the curtain separating you from the memers you know and love. Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, elves and dwarves, and most importantly, fellow gamers, welcome to the meme stream, episode 1. You know, the first official episode, of course. Our guest today is a pioneer of the streamer memer format for content creation, a charismatic individual, and a personal friend. Give it up for the one, the only, Captain Cranium.
Thank you, Gaming Rambles. It is a pleasure to be on the meme stream.
All right, so Cranium, I am super excited to be here and to like just grill you on all sorts of just random questions. But this is the first official episode of the meme stream, so I want to get a couple random announcements out of the way.
All right.
Okay, first, I am aware that we are entertaining or attempting to entertain 2 audiences with this stream. Pat Flynn, the podcasting guru, would probably disapprove of my decisions, but I'm trying to entertain the sexy lurkers who are just listening and the hardcore fans actively watching. For the hardcore fans, there's going to be a live chat, and I'm sure many of you are already aware of that, where you can throw your comments on there, and you'll be able to see this chat on the YouTube video that we'll make of this later. And hopefully, we'll get, in the future, we'll have some patron multiplayer battles. It didn't work out today. A lot of our patrons just couldn't make the time hack, so I'm going to be playing a replay of a pretty brutal Rakarth battle I fought earlier this week. I may do a poor job of spectating these multiplayer battles, but I will definitely keep a running tally of the cumulative score and display that on the YouTube video. For my sexy lurkers listening in, if we address the live chat, we'll completely read out the questions before responding. And if we pull up any metrics, data, or videos during the show, we'll do our best to describe what we're looking at. If you guys in the chat have any personal questions for me, I'd like y'all to save those for Saturdays, because those are my streams, and I would like the meme streams to be about our guests for the day. On Twitch, we'll take time to answer a lot of the questions in the live chat, but we'll probably cut most of that footage out of the YouTube video, unless it like really adds to the conversation. So just keep that in mind. All right, so that goes into entertaining 2 audiences, chat Q&A. For future guests, if you are interested in being on the meme stream, DM me. I am most accessible on Discord. And if you're worried about like, you know, not having your face on a camera, you know, you don't want your face on a camera. And I think a lot of memers like really value their privacy, which is probably why there hasn't been a huge show like this on the internet before. So that's not an issue. That's a non-issue. I will be happy to have people who don't want their face on a webcam, and we'll try and get something like a spectralizer to visual, so people can visualize your audio. You know, those like bouncing bars and stuff. I'm still working on getting that. And if you guys don't want people to know what your like actual voice sounds like, we can get around that too. You could do text to speech or voice mod. Voice mod is not sponsoring this video yet. But, you know, they have about 5 or 6 voices that are free every 24 hours. Unfortunately, they cycle those voices constantly, so it's kind of you have no idea what you're gonna get. Good luck with that. And lastly, iTunes. Turns out it's not free or extremely simple to just upload a podcast on iTunes. You know, Kobe. So you know, we're working on it. Thankfully, my STEMI money just came in, boys. So, you know, I'm gonna look into it on this next week and see what we can do. That is all the announcements. Captain Cranium, thanks for sticking with me, man.
You got it, man. This is all you, so do what you
all right.
need to do.
I'm gonna see if I can get this multiplayer battle to start working. Oh my gosh, it's already over? No, it's not over.
Jaren's the aristocrat says Rambles missed his true calling and working in radio. Son of a bitch, I wanted to work in radio.
Oh man. Yeah.
But no, seriously, you have a great radio voice, just so you know.
Thank you, thank you, thank you. Oh, speaking of flirting with each other, my fiance cannot make it to this show. And I think Linksy is streaming too, so he won't even get upset. We can flirt to our heart's content.
Yes!
We can finally express our true love for each other.
And the best part is I got spicy rambles, and I am spiced up on Mountain Dew myself, so it's gonna be good.
Captain Cranium, I am super excited for this stream. When I wanted to have the show, like when we talk with Val, I was having so much fun with that. And I was like, dude, we gotta do this. And you were the first guest I had to have on the show. When I thought of the show, I was like, Captain Cranium has to be the first guest. Aww. So I got 3 reasons why. 4 reasons, because you're kind of cute. That's the 4th one. But the 3rd reason, you're like the only guy I know who was like just as hyped about this idea as I was. So I was like, hell yeah, Cranium's on board. The 2nd reason is you got the streamer memer thing going, and I want to get into that in a second. And the 3rd reason, I wonder if I should leave this as a hook for later. Do you want to hear it? Do you need to hear this reason now, or do you want me to save it?
You want to save it?
Just sprinkle it in the conversation later.
Yeah.
Okay, so I'm gonna ask Captain Cranium about the concept of being like a streamer memer and get into that. But like any healthy narcissist, I need to first talk about myself. So, Cranium, did you end up seeing my burnout video, like my announcement video?
Yes.
Okay, so that was about a month after I had the inception of, hey, I could be getting so much more content out of the same amount of work I'm doing, which is like streaming. And that was about the time I was hopping in your chats while you were doing the Nakai video. And I was like, because I realized, oh snap, this guy has the same idea. And I was like, dude, just take the hit and use a webcam while you're doing these videos and make a meme video out of it afterwards. So that way you're maximizing your potential for both ideas. You know what I mean? But you thought of this idea before me. Like I didn't. It's so funny because I didn't consult you or anything, but you definitely had the idea before me. So I was wondering like why you got into that and what made you think of that.
Do you mind if I go into like a little bit of backstory of my whole YouTubing career, my streaming career?
Yeah, go for it, man. I mean, you've been on this platform a lot longer than me.
So when I got started, I wasn't a memer and I wasn't a streamer. I was just a Let's Player.
Oof.
And we've already talked about this before, but I'll just reiterate just for this interview. I wanted to do what Markiplier did because he was kind of my idol at that time. I'm just like, man, I want to just play games and just have fun and just, you know, show my friends what's going on. And if I get big, great. If not, whatever. Like my goal has never been to be big. After a while, and I started doing this when I didn't have a job. So that's one thing I was doing to occupy my time. When I found a job, I did not have time to edit videos anymore, like cutting down a 2-hour-long video to like 40 minutes, an hour, depending on like how big the thing was. I didn't have time to do that anymore. So I just live streamed, and I felt like that kind of diluted my content a little bit. but I'm just like, at least I'm getting out there and my friends can still hop in if they want. And I had a lot of fun with it. And honestly, I would stop once work started getting too heavy, because I work like 10-hour days during the summer and it sucks.
Ooh.
Sometimes even 14-hour days.
Yeah, I feel that, man.
So much.
Oh my gosh.
So I'd come home, eat, shower, and go to sleep. And then I'm just like, I don't have any energy to live stream anymore. So I'd take like basically the whole summers off, kind of get back into it in fall, and then kind of get rolling again in winter. And I've been doing this for, I don't know, 2.5 years now.
Dang, summer's coming up. Are we gonna lose you again?
I'm gonna try and at least keep live streaming.
Okay.
It won't be during the weekdays, most likely. It'll probably just be weekends. And I'm also going to try and keep doing edited videos, but even as you can see with my current output, work's not even in full swing yet, and I'm having a hard time like finding time even editing. So
yeah, no, I definitely feel that, man. 100%.
That's kind of my history as a YouTuber, but as the memer for Total Warhammer, I did not get into this until, gosh, last winter? Last
Hey,
fall?
Concealed Coffee, thanks for coming, man. Thanks for coming. Really appreciate it.
Oh, what's up, Concealed Coffee?
He rated with 3 elector counts. Really appreciate it.
Perfect.
All right, sorry, Captain, I cut you off.
No, you're good. So I didn't know anything about the Warhammer memes, the meme verses you've called it. And it's actually funny enough, Foul Energy was the one who like really got me into it.
Okay,
And
you know, I see how it is, you know. It's all good.
I'm not picking favorites here. I'm just being totally honest with the facts, because you know you've seen Okoy.
Yeah.
I have no idea how to say his name, so it's going to be different.
Me neither. He just hasn't gotten mad at me yet.
So you've seen his like 20-second long videos, and I think that's why he blew up, because everyone was just watching the 20 seconds, because they can spare that amount of time. They couldn't spare my hour-long videos, you know.
Yeah.
But I stumbled across Foul Energy's Nakai video on Reddit, and just the way he edited the still pictures on top of like the background of in-game, you know.
Yeah. No, I know what you're talking about. I've seen his content.
And the way he like transitioned into like battles, back to those animations with the pictures, it was just like, all right, I kind of want to get into that. And so I started looking around more. I actually found your Beefy Skink video shortly afterwards, and I thought it was Foul Energy at first, until I saw the very end and it was like Gaming Rambles. I'm like, okay, there's like more people doing this. Like, what the hell? And ever since then, I'm just like, okay, I gotta figure out all this stuff. Like, what are people doing? They're just finding a cool niche with Warhammer. Like, you gotta have a nice hook. What is like the point of the video? Secondly, you have to have like a shit ton of memes added in onto it. And
Heck yeah.
always has to be going. And so I tried it, and my only video up to date that's in this market is Grom the Fat Bastard. And
I mean, for your first video, dude, like I didn't realize that was your first video. That's really good.
and for the market.
Hey, did you see the comment I literally like just left in the video?
Yeah, did you see my reply to it?
No, I haven't. Oh, okay, I'm gonna pull it up real quick. I haven't seen it yet. Oh,
Mikey,
dude,
Mike.
that's so
Come
funny.
on, man. Yeah, like I saw it pop up on my screen, and I'm just like, oh, Gaming Ramble said something. I have to say something too. I don't have a lot of people on my videos, so I have to reply to every single one ASAP. You know.
So, you know, I mean, this week's stream is mostly about promoting you, and so like that's the best video on your channel so far. I'm looking forward to the Nakai one. And you know, I'm gonna push a lot of people to that video. So if the people I push to that video feel like the pacing's bad, just scroll down to the comments and you'll see the spicy timestamp where it starts getting pretty juicy. I think that's where like a lot of your edits start synchronizing more with the music. There's like better editing. I don't know. I really enjoyed that part of the video. I thought it was good. I thought the pacing was good too.
Yeah, and the reason why the first half of the video wasn't all that great is because I didn't know what I was doing. I didn't really know how you guys were editing your videos up until I got so many hours into this video editing, and I was just like, all right, so maybe if I follow the drum beat here and like switch on every other beat, then it'll kind of feel better. And it really does, and it feels like an animated music video once it's all said and done. But once you get into that groove, it's a lot of fun, and it's really cool seeing it come together. My one regret with the video is I did go back, and when I was looking through everything, making sure I didn't miss any spots, or when I moved things that things were where they needed to be, like the sound files. I looked at those first 2 fights that I had included, and I'm like, I really should re-edit those. No, never mind. I just want this video out. I want to work on something new. Like I want to work on a new campaign and get working on that. And I've always regretted it since then, because I'm like, man, how much better would it have been if I would have just got that pacing right by going back and working on it some more.
I've definitely felt that way before. So, I don't know, because you don't realize like how great a video can be until it's kind of out there and a lot of people have seen it already, and you're like, oh dang, this did so much better than the rest of my channel. If I just edited like the 2 or 3 things that were wrong with it, it could be even better, you know?
Yeah. Yeah, for sure. And it's still my best video to date. It's just how much better could it have been if, you know. Yeah. So anyways, that's kind of my story of when I became a YouTuber and how I am here now.
So hold up. There's a couple inconsistencies in your story, Captain Cranium. At one point, at one point you said you didn't want to be big on YouTube, but like it takes a lot of willpower and passion and time commitment to sit down and animate, you know, an 8-minute meme video. So like I feel like there's a little inconsistency here. Like, how passionate are you with YouTube?
Again, I know I'm not going to be super big. I might get bigger thanks to you promoting me. As we can see with Foul Energy, he was at 700 when you got that last interview live stream.
These are all lies. Foul Energy, all of his growth was completely organic. I don't know what you're insinuating, Captain Cranium.
I don't know, man. It just seems kind of suspicious how all of a sudden he went from 700 and now he's at like what, 1300? Like, bro, that's awesome, man. He almost doubled since then.
I don't know. The thing is, I don't mind promoting people at all, because it's hard to grow. Like, and I got mad respect for anyone who makes content like consistently and really puts the time and effort into it, because it's like, it's a grind. And I mean, my growth hasn't been entirely organic. I've gotten very lucky with Reddit. I've leeched off of Legend of Total War so many times. Like, I'm more than happy for other smaller channels to leech off of me if they can, you know? I can only drag them so far because I'm only so big. But yeah, if I can help other people get ahead who are making great content, I'm very happy to do it.
Yeah, and I for one appreciate it. I know Foul appreciates it. I'm pretty sure he would be here if he wasn't recovering from a wisdom tooth extraction. But just real quick, Linksy, thank you so much, man. We hope to catch you later, my dude.
Yeah, hey Linksy, I did not realize you were going to be here. I'm sorry for flirting with Captain Cranium. It won't happen again, I swear. You have a good one, man. And Consume Coffee, it's also great to have you, man, while we're on our little intermission. Jarens, I think you headed out. If you're still here, you have a good one. All right, I think that's all the big comments that we got over that period.
Yes, it was. Sorry, I didn't mean to do that. Just want to make sure this is a live stream. We should be interacting with the people who are here also.
Yeah.
So,
I'm probably gonna interact with the chat like every 2 to 3 minutes because I don't want to completely lose my train of thought. You know what I mean?
yeah, I understand.
But you know, if you see a really good comment that you want to interact with right away, by all means, like go for it. Just stop what you're saying and respond
Just
to
for the
it.
fact that Linksy said something to me, I was just like, oh, I better better say something here too. But yeah, your point before was like, so you spend all this time editing, but you don't want to grow big on YouTube.
Right.
I know I'm not going to grow big, but the thing is, I'm a creative person.
Oh, okay,
I
okay.
showed you recently, but these other guys might not notice. But here in the back of my studio, I have a bunch of guitars just sitting back here. I love to play music. I haven't released any music myself, even though I've written some songs. That's just because I'm limited in that quality. I draw. I do just a lot of artsy things, and this is like another way to I don't know, get art out there, because it's just something I like to do. I'm a very entertaining person, so my calling probably should have been theater or film editing or something around those lines. I did not go to college for that, but it's something I've always liked to do. So even though I know I'm not going to be super big, I still like to just take my products and just give them out into the world and just see what people like. If I can get a few laughs out of it or a few, hey, great job, that's awesome, then that's more than enough. So
You're doing it for the clout. I dig it, man.
yeah,
I dig it. Okay, so you mentioned that you started doing Let's Plays for a while.
yes.
I've been thinking about this for a little bit. I don't know if you've heard my thoughts on it. What do you think about like Let's Plays today? Do you think someone could still grow on YouTube or Twitch just doing Let's Plays? I guess no, because you wouldn't do a Let's Play on Twitch because Twitch is live. But do you think someone could grow on the internet today doing Let's Plays?
You can still do a Let's Play on Twitch. You just be streaming it the whole time, you know?
Well,
it would be hard to have people come back and watch your old stuff, but if you can get a following going, then yeah, I'm pretty sure you can have a lot of people come in and watch your Let's Plays on Twitch.
so
But
I guess when I say Let's Play, I mean like a pre-recorded video of you sitting down and playing through a campaign. And I mean, there's some people I know who are still like really good at that, like Rude Devil. He was big in the Battle for Middle Earth niche, but like, sorry, I lost my train of thought for a minute there. You know, I just don't see too many people do it today, and I don't think it's the most immersive content that you could be creating on these platforms. I think it's kind of a thing of the past. I was just curious what you thought about that.
I wholeheartedly agree, because after doing it myself, even doing games that were current, like Resident Evil 2, I guess that's the only one that I did that was current at the time. But even then, I still picked things that had somewhat of a cult following, and I used keywords like crazy, and I guess I never hit the algorithm. But I agree that Let's Plays are things of the past, because we're in a point now where people, they don't have time to sit down and watch things for hours on end anymore. Kids are out wanting to become the new TikTok stars. You got kids wanting to be new, I don't know, like Instagrammers. Like before, like when we were teenagers, I think, not that we were lazy or anything, but that was kind of the new thing, Let's Plays. And now it's such an oversaturated market there, where only the big people, like say Markiplier or Jacksepticeye, they're the ones that can do whatever they want, and people will still flock to them, and they can make a living off of that. If you're brand new to YouTube, you're going to have one hell of a time trying to grow in that market, just because there's not really a demand for it anymore. It's so oversupplied.
Yeah, no, I completely agree. I think like you have to be innovating if you want to grow nowadays. Like say for instance, if I wanted to become the next Legend of Total War, I don't think there will ever be a next Legend of Total War. I'll never reach his skill gap. I just don't have enough time. The guy does it full time. You know what I mean? The only way I could ever compete with him is if I'm doing something innovating and I'm like trying to change and make my streams as entertaining as possible and focus less on like being a master at the game. You know what I mean?
And another thing is, Legend of Total War is still putting out Legend of Total War videos. Like, you're not going to be a next Legend of Total War until he's done, anyways.
Right. No, that's a
So
good point. That's a really good point.
that's another issue is the market's always going to be supplied when the guy who is big in it keeps on supplying, and they're doing it every day. So that's just kind of my 2 cents on why it's so hard to grow on Let's Plays, or even following the footsteps of someone who paved the path. Like if you're right on their heel, you can probably get up there too. But if you're coming into the game late, like me, like I didn't play Total Warhammer until just a couple of years ago. I think I got the first one like 3 years ago, and then I got the second game 2 years ago. And I only started legitimately playing last year.
Yeah, that's kind of when I got into Total War as well. Hold on, I want to read some of these comments.
Okay.
There's some insights going on in here. Totally Not a Quick Man says Let's Plays are always going to be popular, but might be hard to start now. I kind of agree with you, but at the same time, I feel like if I like say for instance, there's just so much content already out there on the internet, and if I have to choose between watching someone play something in real time on a stream or watching a heavily edited meme video versus a Let's Play, I'm gonna pick the first two every single time. So I'm not saying Let's Plays can't succeed. I'm just saying there's so much more competition and so much stuff that's gonna saturate the market and keep them from maybe being the first thing that's picked. And then Kuro Creates said, I feel like every area genre on YouTube will always have a top person in it, and usually they have some advantage to be in that position, be it time, money, situation, etc. But small growth is still growth. And I completely agree. I think that's very insightful. Play stuff that ain't big.
Yeah, totally not a quick. You have to play shit that is new. Play certain stuff that ain't big yet.
I don't know how I feel about that, because it's like you're limited by the topic you pick. You know what I mean? Like in Total War, my best video might only get 2 million views, and that will have already expanded outside of the Warhammer community if it gets that big. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
Whereas if I were to be a Minecraft Let's Player, my best video could get 10, maybe 15 million views. So it's just because that market has so much more people. The demand for that supply is so much higher.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? Your cap is higher, and you have a much better chance of making a living going full time in that market. Whereas if you're just trying something new, I don't know. I mean, maybe if you get lucky and you get in early on the next like big thing, like Valorant. Say you were one of the first people to start streaming Valorant, and you became like the subject matter expert on it, and you made tier lists about it all the time and posted on the subreddits, and people kind of like knew you as an authority figure in that game. You might be able to ride that wave, but I don't really see that happening, especially with new content.
Yeah, it's if you're going to become the new big thing, it has to be. You have to be very lucky with when you stream, how you present your material, how good you actually are at the game, and just kind of letting luck take its toll. Because I don't want to like put blame on anything, but I think one of the reasons why my numbers always consistently stay low is because I have friends who just come and watch my videos, and they're like, "Oh, sweet, leave that like," and then that's all I get. Not saying that it's my friend's fault for not sharing my video, but if I only have 10 people coming in and watching my videos, it's not going to grow. Like the algorithm just does not recognize that. Definitely, you have to start expanding with the help of other people. Like you need to really start rooting out, and try and get your stuff out there. You know what I'm saying? Or am I just kind of rambling?
No, I completely agree. Well, I mostly agree. It might be possible to get like a good start without anyone else's help. I don't know. It's hard to say because it's like, yeah, Reddit helped me get my first leap, but then I started leeching off of Legend Total War pretty hard. I don't know. Maybe I could have been more aggressive. I don't know. I felt like I was a hardcore leech, and at that point, I just didn't even care anymore because this is my second YouTube channel. I completely burned out on the first one. Like I told everyone I knew in real life about my YouTube channel. I was so proud of it because I put like over 100 hours into some of my videos, and the editing was great. I redid most of my thumbnails because I watched a ton of stuff on getting better at YouTube, and I realized my thumbnails were kind of bad. I redid almost all of them, and I had decent branding, and I couldn't get anywhere. And I remember telling my fiance that I saw a comment and I didn't recognize the username, and I was so excited because my content had finally broken out of the bubble that was people I know in real life. And she told me, "Oh, I'm sorry, that's my sister." I was heartbroken. I was so heartbroken. I was like, what am I doing? Those were literally the busiest years of my life. Like, I'm busy now, but I'm a West Pointer. So this was when I was going to West Point. I was so busy. And I was taking time out of my life to make these YouTube channel because I really enjoyed it. You know, it wasn't just like, you shouldn't start a channel with only the intent of being big. Like, you've got to love what you're doing. You know what I mean? I did love it. But it was so depressing because, I mean, I didn't get anywhere. Like, I didn't get any views. And, yeah, everyone I knew in real life had, like, no free time to watch YouTube videos all day. So, I couldn't really realistically expect them to watch my content anyway. I don't know. It was really depressing. And, I don't take you guys for granted. I think, the Warhammer community is super awesome because I don't think I could have grown like this in a lot of other niches. That's another thing. I don't really think I had a niche.
I don't know. I think you did really well, and I always go back to the beefy skinks because that was my first video of yours. But like that one was so damn clever. No one else put out a video saying this is how you get skinks super beefy. At least
no one else made a skink beefy video, but Kuro's in here. She knows. Okoi had already made like a goblin buff video. And it was really good. I think he made one or two. And
yeah, he did too.
Yeah, I mean, that's kind of where I got the idea from. Like just, you know, it's such a meme, buffing a unit that's supposed to be like a really bad unit until it's like actually pretty good. And Okoi just crushed it. And I was like, oh dude, I got a great idea with these skinks. And that video still has the highest retention on my channel, which kind of blows my mind because I don't think it's my best video, but it's pretty good. So it's kind of funny.
I think what's appealing about it is you have the sad music at the beginning, and you have like Legend of Total War just saying like, "Oh yeah, Lizardmen, they just suck with their economy," and then you're just like, "But do they?" And you just buff the hell out of them with all the random shit you found, and afterwards, then they literally just tear everything up, and I don't know, like I enjoyed the hell out of it because I'm a Lizardman guy, so that personally it kind of just warmed my heart watching these skinks finally actually take something out other than themselves. So yeah, I do.
Shout out to all my beefy skinks.
Yes, the beefy skinks. I'm not beefy at all, so I don't know why I just did that. Anyways,
hey, sorry, I want to read Alex Boy's comment because I completely agree with this. I think this is a good topic. To be honest, I think that quality over quantity will always lead to growth. I have my channel for a year, divided into 3 segments of 4 months each, and I grew during the first and now third segment, where I make somewhat decent edits every 2 to 3 weeks. While the second segment, while I can barely afford to put any effort, I had a slight decline, and people became disinterested.
I agree.
Yeah, because I think quality is the way to go. Because there are some people like, there's this one dude who like just focuses on growing YouTube channels. D'Angelo? I can't think of his name right now. It's killing. Future Rambles here. At this point in the stream, I was trying to mention Roberto Blake, but for whatever reason, I just couldn't think of his name. And he's saying that like you should be you should pump out like 50 videos before you expect any growth. And I was like, that's insane. Bro, if I pumped out 50 videos, I haven't come close to that number yet on my channel. If I pumped out 50 videos before I saw any growth, I would go insane. That's also because I put so much effort in all my videos. And I think you have to, because YouTube's so oversaturated. Like, there's so much content already on YouTube. It lives forever if you put it on YouTube. So you're competing against great videos since the platform's existence. Your content has to be great. if you expect people to watch it.
Damn, Jaren's just throwing some mad shade right now.
Just
Just real quick, because he keeps mentioning this. Me and Jaren did a live stream earlier, a Blood Bowl, and I used Lizardman. He beat me with Skaven. Of course, he was going to beat me with Skaven. I couldn't keep up with him. So, Jaren's, you won the match. Stop bragging about it. Secondly, yeah, I totally agree with the quality needs to be really good. And again, going back to Grom the Fat Bastard video, all my drop off is right before the video gets good at the 420 mark, the blessed 420.
420 blaze it.
That's why I keep going back and just like, why didn't I just edit it? And I honestly could go back and just like finish it up, but that's more work than I want to put into a video that I've already kind of discarded in my mind. Like, the workload is no longer there for me. It's out there, it's done. It's time to move on to the new one. And
I think if you literally just cut the video and started it at the 420 mark, it would perform a little better. Like, without any extra edits or any changes to it.
Probably. And
I love the Shrek quotes, don't get me wrong, but I just feel like the pacing isn't right. And there's a couple times where the music builds up and you expect something to happen and it just stays on the same scene. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
Sorry, I'm kind of roasting you right now.
No, you're fine, because like, I need this criticism because you're the only one who's like stepped in to try and help me improve myself. And
well, it's kind of scary because it's like I have a very good idea of what makes a good YouTube video at this point, but like, a lot of people just they can't accept criticism. And props to you for being able to take it, you know, because a lot of people aren't coachable, or they'll get really upset when you criticize their work, and you're like, I can help you get views, man. But does that make sense? So
No.
I was very apprehensive about giving you feedback on that video.
No, like, especially when you started coming into my live streams and then just started interacting with me a little bit more, which, by the way, I don't know if I've ever told you how honored I felt that this dude with like 15,000 subscribers on YouTube was coming and watching my channel with like one other guy on the live stream. I don't know if I just caught you at a good time, but I always brag to my wife about that. So I'm just like, I got this big guy. I don't care how many little guys I got. This dude has 15,000 of them.
Well, so the Captain Cranium, the thing is, like, and Linksy was giving me a hard time about this too. Y'all didn't see it too much on the stream, but like afterwards he was like, dude, it was so cool having you there. Like, when I was streaming this other game, I think it was Heroes of Might and Magic, like, people with 100 or 200 more subscribers than me wouldn't even talk to me, you know? And it's like, you know, so many people have this idea in their head that like subscriber count matters that much. And I don't care that much about subscriber count. It matters to me in the sense that like, you might get a sponsorship if you have a lot of subscribers. I'm all about that sweet money. But you know, like, the only thing that really matters to me is how hungry someone is. And I was so happy to do a co-op campaign with Linksy because I could tell he was hungry. He was putting in the time. He had a good stream set up, and he was just a cool dude. And I was like, dude, I don't care what your subscriber number is. Like, that's awesome. I'm happy to do a co-op with someone like that. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
Now, I mean, there are a couple of people in the Warhammer community I would consider not that hungry. And I don't want to like start calling out names or something, you know what I mean? Mm-hmm. But you know, if I see that someone's hungry, like, I'm happy to do it. And I bring all this up, sorry, narcissist, I've been talking about myself for too long on your episode of the meme stream.
On your channel.
because like, I saw what you were doing with, I saw what you did with the Grom the Fat Bastard video, and then I saw that you were grinding again at a Nakai video. Like, you didn't even have your webcam on, and you didn't have music. I don't know if you had the music playing either. And you were just like grinding on a campaign. I was like, damn, dude, this guy's serious. This guy's serious. Holy crap. That was one thing that made me think you were really hungry. And the other thing was your branding. And sorry, that was like one of the first questions I wanted to ask, and we kind of got carried away. I totally forgot to ask it. Where did you get that channel art from?
You mean like my logo?
Yeah, dude. Like, that's pretty sick for someone with not that many subscribers. That's really good branding.
I drew it.
Dope.
Like, I just drew it.
I wasn't sure if maybe you commissioned someone to do it, or maybe your wife did it for you or something.
No, like I said before, I'm a very artsy person. I like drawing, and like my little Viking avatar guy, that's supposed to be me in like a heavily cartoon.
That's
setting.
kind of the impression I thought I got. I really enjoyed it.
And when I first started doing my live streams, I had this little Viking hat that's like a little knitted beanie. I don't know where it is right now, but I basically was just like, all right, so I have this Viking beanie. I want to, in this art, I'm going to make sure it's like this really sweet Viking helmet with like a broken horn, because the horns on this thing are teeny. But yeah, like I just went into GIMP, you know, the free
Yeah.
Photoshop thing, and I just went ahead and just drew myself an avatar. I mean, do you know the game Castle Crashers?
Yeah. My buddy tried to get me into it.
So I loved that game back in the day, and so when I was making this, I tried doing I don't know, several different styles, like an anime style. If you ever go to Markiplier's front page, he has like art versions of him that I think people sent him, and so I was trying to go for something like that. I tried tracing my face after taking a picture with my webcam, and that was just cringe, awful. I deleted that thing so fast. And then I'm just like, you know what? I'm working way too hard on this when that's not even the main thing I should be worrying about. So I just made this quick little doodle, and I'm like, wait, I kind of like how this looks. It almost looks like Castle Crashers. So I just kind of kept going with it and made sure it wasn't, you know, behemoth style of art, because I felt like they could, if they were to ever see my stuff, they'd be like, hey, you drew over one of our things. Like, no, I didn't want to get into that. So I'm just like, make sure this is kind of like my style. And
yeah, that's fair.
Boom, like that's my avatar that I use for everything now. And I don't know if you'd care to know, but like Captain Cranium is actually a nickname my friend gave me in my high school years, because I used to be made fun of for having a big head. You can kind of see, like, I have a huge forehead, so I always got made fun of, like, hey, head, come on over here. Hey, big head, what's up? I'm like, whatever. And then my friend's like, I know you hate the big head thing, but I have a sweet nickname for you, Captain Cranium. And I was like, that is my new username for all these accounts that I'm going to make in the future. So
I dig it, man. I really dig it. I saw your channel and I was like, dude, this guy has really good branding for like a small channel. You don't see that very often.
Mm-hmm. And that's a niche that I found that I'm just like, all right, no one's ever kind of gone with like this pseudo captain idea that's actually like a Viking or something. I don't know. It's weird, but at the same time, it kind of works. So I just play heavily with it. And then in the discords they're always just like, sorry captain, or what's up captain, you know, just fun little things. Even though I've never served in the military, and I feel kind of weird saying that to you who actually serve our country. So what are your thoughts on that, me taking a rank?
I think it's great, man. I mean, you already got Captain Crunch, Captain America. Like, who cares, man? Just go for it. I think it sounds great. It's funny. I dig it, man. Especially as an internet personality. Go for it.
Alrighty. I just because I have respect for our military.
Most guys in the military don't care. Like, if they're the kind of guy that's like, oh, you shouldn't be doing that. I don't know. I don't know. I feel like there are going to be some people who are like that, especially if like you blow up someday. You know, like if you were to get like 2 million subscribers, yeah, there'd be like a couple of veterans that come out of the woodworks and they're all salty and the army did them wrong and now they can barely walk anymore. And they're like, hey, screw this guy. But you know, most people in the military aren't gonna care. You know, I don't know.
Yeah. Like I was about to say, my grandpa served in the Navy. My ex-brother-in-law was a active Marine. So just I have connections to the military, and I'm always respectful of them. But when I really started thinking about this recently, I'm just like, don't know how that's going to portray me. But just you saying that, like, it makes sense because you said it. You said everything. So.
All right. I feel like I should probably tell you. Oh wait. Okay, I got another thing. Do you know why the borders on this stream are purple and red?
I do not. Why are they purple and red, gaming rings?
Okay, it's because one, I like these colors. That's the main reason. Low-key. But it's also because the colors of Twitch and YouTube are purple and red, and those are the primary platforms where this stream is going to live. So, okay. Yeah, a little fun fact for you guys. Okoi, hey, great to have you here, man.
Oh, what's up, Okoi? Okay, sorry, one sec. Okoi,
you're gonna bring it up.
You pronounce your name. No one knows how to do it. This is the second stream he popped in today. That's awesome. Okoi.
Okay, that's right.
Yokoi. Okay, Yoki. Okay, you know what? Never mind.
Odewa goofball. Oh my gosh, that's funny. Okay, so I think I should finally reveal the third reason why I was super excited to have you as the first guest on this podcast.
Oh yeah, okay, what's up?
I am thinking about having a co-host. Would you be interested?
Yes.
Heck yeah. Woo! Okay, because it's like, I like the banter we got going, you know what I mean? Especially with like podcasts with like more than 2 people, there's some banter going. You know, I will never be as good as Joe Rogan. I won't be able to, 1v1 someone that well. But, 2v1, that's a fun podcast. And I don't know, I just like the energy that comes from 2 people feeding off each other. Like, oh, yeah. I don't want you to feel like, you're leeching off me or I'm just using you. You know what I mean? Like, I think it's a 1 + 1 = 3 kind of thing. Where we like build off each other and we create a much better, we can provide much more value to this podcast if we're like both bantering back and forth and we're both in it than if just one of us is trying to solo it. You know what I mean?
Yeah, and I totally agree. Just even live streaming, it's hard to get going if people aren't talking. So
yeah.
In an interview, especially if you have someone who's really quiet, Fowl, it's not that he wasn't quiet, but he definitely has a more laid back personality than we do.
Yeah, no, I wasn't expecting that too. He's such a chill dude.
Oh yeah, and sorry, we're gonna have to go to the chat real quick.
Yeah, no, I was gonna say that too. Kuro is creating some great couples names for us. Captain Rambles, Gaming Cranium, Caping Cranbles. I think that third one is my favorite.
That is my favorite too. Wait, is there a couple name?
Okay, dude. Yeah, I am hype for this. You know what I mean? Like, you're a married man, you got a daughter. It is a daughter, right? Not a son.
Yeah.
Okay. I know, like, I do believe the family comes first, even though I've blown off a lot of like IRL friends with this channel and stuff. Like, family does come first. If something comes up and you just can't make it, by all means, don't worry about it. But if you can make it, I would love to have you as a co-host on the meme stream.
I would be most honored, my dude. Thank you so much.
Yeah, so first things first, we got to get you inside of the channel art at the very beginning. Like maybe if you like send me a photo of you dabbing or something, I can Photoshop it out and throw it in the background or something. I don't know. We'll work on something. We'll come up with something.
We'll get that figured out.
Oh man.
Hold on. There's a question.
Uh-oh.
A comment. I bet Rambles was more scared to ask this question than proposing to Luna.
Oh my gosh. I was not that scared to propose because it's like you should know if she's gonna say yes or not. This is just a little bit of relationship advice for you guys. It should never be a surprise. It shouldn't be like out of left field. Yeah, my girl was very excited for me to propose. So I wasn't too stressed out about it. I was a little stressed out because I was trying to like take her to this romantic park where all these Christmas lights set up and propose there, and then make it to like a dinner date at this really nice steakhouse that was kind of far away. And I was trying to synchronize like when I proposed with my brother being there so he could take pictures and all of that synchronization was kind of stressful. But like actually like popping the question, that was like the chillest part of the day.
Yeah, I wholeheartedly agree because kind of same thing. I did it at a bad time. I proposed next to a boat dock water area, and it was at the time when it was almost empty. There's no water anymore, so it looked kind of weird.
Oh, like low tide?
Yeah,
so that's too bad.
It didn't turn out as well as I wanted it to. It was still a really good day, but like having someone else there organically when you're kind of have like this romantic walk or whatever with your fiance or girlfriend, I guess at the point, that is stressful. I agree.
That's funny.
Rusty, I clipped the proposal.
Uh-oh. Yikes. You hate to see it. You can make it. Red and purple. You don't drink. Sub count doesn't matter. Stream chatter's origin. I'm surprised I haven't brought this up yet. Okay, this might be the last topic for the stream. So, let me load another replay for you guys. We'll do one last replay, bruh. Patrons, if you feel like playing multiplayer battles during this time period and you want to flex on all the people who aren't patrons, this would be the time for you. As it is, I'm just going to be playing replays of like really tough multiplayer battles, or not multiplayer battles, really tough campaign battles I had. Okay, so the origins of the stream chatters. You know, in my Discord, anyone with a YouTuber role can hop in the stream chatters and just chill out there.
Oh yeah.
You know what the origin of that is?
No, I do not.
I may have brought this up at one point. I'm not sure. So there's two parts to it. There's the first part is I want to add as much value as possible to my stream. And one of my favorite streams of all time that I watched was the one where Major Kill was playing a Legendary Chaos campaign because Legend of Total War kind of goaded him into it. And while Major Kill was playing the campaign, he was on a call with Legend of Total War. Like, they weren't playing a co-op campaign, so Legend of Total War was like reading his chat and responding to it, and it was super engaging. And I was like, oh, that's interesting, because you don't see content like that every day. I really liked it. It was one of my favorite streams of all time. Sorry, were you gonna say something?
No. I'm just agreeing with you.
So I was like, dude, how could I replicate that? How can I add as much value as possible to my stream? Because streaming's it's starting to get oversaturated. Like, it's still kind of a newer form of entertainment, but there's still so many people just streaming. And I want to add as much innovation to that and as much value to my audience as I can to get those sweet, sweet views. And so I thought of that. And then I was watching your streams when I was like getting ready to start streaming. And sometimes you would like crack a joke. You're a funny dude. Sometimes you'll crack a joke and I'm like, oh, dude, that was funny. And, you know, it's kind of like it's over before I can really respond to it. So before I could really even type in lol, You know what I mean? Like something else has happened or you're fighting a battle now and it's like the moment's passed. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
And I was just thinking, oh dude, it would be so much fun to like interact with people in real time on a stream and just joke around. And I think I'm a relatively interesting person, but you know, if I've got a stream chatters chat and people just hopping in all the time, just chilling out, I don't even have to be that interesting because like, you know, it all kind of builds on itself. It's got its own momentum. And so I would like to thank you a little bit, Captain Cranium, for the stream chatters innovation to the Gaming Ramble show.
Oh, well, thank you. I didn't know I did that for you.
Well, it definitely encouraged me to put it in the stream. I was like, man, it'd be really fun if like I crack a joke and there's someone to like actually laugh to it. Not like just a laugh track that I play or something, you know?
Say the punchline. No, okay, so actually you did kind of mention that before. I just don't remember when you said that. I think that might have been during Foul's thing. Because you told me this kind of recently when we were talking, but I don't... Yeah, you kind of hinted that, but you didn't tell me like the whole story of like it was something I said that kind of inspired the idea.
Yeah, so I mean, it was two parts. It was definitely one of my favorite live streams of all time. And then I was like, wouldn't it be cool if I could interact with people like Captain Cranium in real time?
I got chewed out by all the guys in my Discord. I mean, we share a fairly similar group.
Right.
But they're all getting on me because they're like, you need more emojis. And I'm like, I don't have time to make fucking emojis.
So you just took them from me?
Yeah,
That's great.
Yeah, I mean, I took some of yours at first. So I'm just like, this will make them happy. But my idea of right now is to kind of copy what Okoi did and draw my Viking avatar doing like different emotions. Like I'm definitely going to take like the sweat wiping one. When I get time, I want to draw that. But like just kind of do like all these other ones, like kind of like you have your beefy skinks or your sexy skink, or just kind of like cranium emojis for those certain expressions. And I'm coining the term cranium emoji. So
Okay, so I got two things for that. One, Kuro just said, I apologize in advance that I will be putting Captain's beard on you, Rambles. And I was literally just thinking about her because of what you were saying. I'm pretty sure she's the one who's drawn all of Okoi's like art and emojis on his channel. I'm not sure, but I'm pretty confident. Kuro's in the chat, so maybe she can concern. Yeah, there we go. Yep, it was her.
That's
okay,
right.
I kind of figured. Okoi, he's not that talented. Let's be real here. Come on, guys. I'm just playing. I love that man.
Oh, jeez. But yeah, that's just kind of my idea. The only problem is finding the time to go and make this art when I already have a limited amount of time. Like today has been the most free time I've had in months. Between sharing like time with my daughter and my wife, between work, like this day's been super relaxing. Just being able to chill, hanging out with Jarens for the first part of the day, and then getting to hang out with you for the rest of the afternoon. So, thank you guys. It's been a pleasure.
Yeah, Captain, it's been great having you. I feel like I am running out of questions for you. I kind of asked about pretty much all this stuff. Like you started all the way in 2015, which blows my mind. I was like
made my
right
YouTube channel in 2015. I didn't start making videos then.
Oh, okay,
So,
that's interesting.
I started making videos in 2019, like the very beginning of 2019. 'Cause that's
Oh,
when we
okay.
So I lived in a town called Rexburg when I was going to university. And once I graduated and we wanted to move closer to my wife's place of work, we moved to Idaho Falls. So I kind of waited until after that move to get started with making videos because I didn't want to have this shitty setup in one place and then have like a better one later on. Like I just wanted to have a good one the whole time. So there's another fun factoid about Captain Cranium.
And I kind of already brought this up, but like, how did you make time for content? 'Cause it sounds like you're just really busy in the summers, and you kind of just make time the rest of the year.
So when I first started, I had all the time in the world. Um, then now, like I said, once the summers hit, my content gets real dry. But winters is when I really start trying to do stuff. Like pretty much Grom the Fat Bastard was the one that I worked on most this last winter, just because new to the meme verse of Total Warhammer. Then I just trying to learn all these new editing techniques that I didn't know before. So I really hope, like going forward, that I'll know how to get over some of the obstacles that I ran into when I was first making it. Because I don't know if you remember the scene where I have Grom like chasing Vlad over the map. That one took me so damn long, and it looks so awful. But you know, Fal kind of did something like that with his videos, so I'm just like, I kind of want to copy that. Like I'm copying and pasting that idea.
Yeah, no, I mean, don't feel bad about that either, because it's so hard to come up with anything that's completely original. Almost everything is, you know, slightly based off something someone else has already done. You know what I mean?
Right. And another thing is, it's such a quirky transition, because I didn't want to show me, you know, chasing Vlad with a wall army that goes super slow for 20 turns. In like 5 seconds, I can show like, all right, he took off. I was slowly catching up to him, and I finally caught him in this part of the world. I don't know if I was accurate where I pinpointed, but it was close enough. And I'm just like, let's just leave it. And then the face tracking, like with the Hulk smashing part, took so damn long. I stole that one from Okoi, but I have mad respect for anyone who does face tracking, especially with scenes with really fast motions like that, because the face tracker does not. If it's blurry, the face tracker loses all tracks, so it's horrible.
So I have never done like a face tracking application or anything like that. Mm-hmm. I literally just go through every frame and just change the position and the scale.
And I probably could have just done that the first time instead of just the auto track, because like it was okay until you, like, you know, they turn their heads slightly, so you lose that color that you're focusing on, and then it just kind of, the tracker goes out into space, and then you have to like backtrack it so many turns. So that's a mistake I'll never make again.
Yikes. Man.
And I know we've been doing this for over an hour now, but if you don't have any more questions, I think we had a couple questions in the chat that they're throwing out that I've just forgotten.
Yeah, hey, I am running a little dry on questions, chat. If any of you lovely lurkers would like to come out of the woodworks and ask some questions to our sexy future co-host, feel free to do so. Now is the time for the Q&A. Alex Boy said, once you copy enough, you'll have a template of your own and a bit of your own spice to add. And I had strong inspirations from other and now I have a bit of my own touch with the recent edits. Yeah, no, I think that's totally fair. Alex Boy's content is pretty good if I do say so myself. Although this episode is about promoting Captain Cranium, so keep that in mind.
Jarens, what's your job, Cranium, and why is it a male stripper? How else do you think that I work so damn hard all the time to pay the bills?
Oh man, yikes. Was that supposed to be a pun?
Is it?
Yikes. Oh man.
So I guess if people are curious about what I do for a living, I'm a lawn and tree care specialist, quote unquote. So I spray people's trees and kill bugs. I also do pest control, I guess, but that's the thing that I do. I go out and get covered in chemicals by spraying people's trees, just so they can tell me that their great grandmother planted this tree when her husband died or something. I don't know. I get weird stories all the time, and
that's hilarious.
It's a weird job, but I like it. It's pretty fun some days. really stressful all the time. But at the end of the day, I'm just like, yeah, at least I've learned something about trees, and it's kind of I finally have a field of expertise, I guess. So there's that.
Alex Boy said, I'm just saying, as there was a fragment about copying. Yeah, I completely agree, Alex Boy. I thought your comments was right on topic with what we were talking about earlier.
Yeah.
So you're good, man. Oh my gosh.
All right. Well, if no one else has any questions,
I think that wraps up the stream. Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls. Wait, hold up. Captain Cranium, do you have any closing remarks before I send our lovely chat away?
Any closing remarks? Do not chop into your arm with the chainsaw.
That was pretty insightful, if I do say so myself.
Yes, I think that's a pretty basic knowledge that people need to know. And Jaren, Jaren's, if you want to know my penis size, how about you ask your mom?
Got him. Oh man, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, elves and dwarves, and most importantly, fellow gamers, I appreciated having you on the very first episode of the meme stream. It has been an honor having you guys. I am incredibly grateful that we got to interview our future co-host going forward, and I look forward to seeing y'all in the next episode. Our guest on next time is Razor Roger. I don't know if I said that right. Razor Roger. I can barely hear myself because I'm wearing these earplugs. So, yeah. All right. I think we should raid the good old PC Space Goon. Y'all have a good one.
Peace out.